Hey guys, it's Ari, and I just woke up, so my voice is a little if you didn't know, well, when you're watching this it's not going to matter, but today is my birthday, and I decided that I was going to wake up and just get ready for my birthday and show you guys like I don't even want to call it a birthday look because you really could wear it anytime, but I'm going to do my makeup. I know that people have been requesting me to do a makeup video. I understand that if you've seen my other makeup videos on this channel, you're just going to be like, what the heck? But I promise you that I've gotten better. And if you don't believe me, then just keep watching. But today I turned 20 years old, and that's really crazy to me. And so what I'm going to be doing while I'm doing my makeup and getting ready, I'm going to be talking about some really important things that I learned when I was a teenager. So I'm about to go hop in the shower and wash my hair, and then I might come back to you after that. But if the next time you see me I'm sitting down doing my makeup, then that's just what this video has turned into. So I'll let you guys know. I'll see you in a little bit. I'm ready to have a great birthday. Let's do this. If you see me looking down, it's because I have a mirror right here. The camera's kind of far away, and I don't have my glasses on, so bear with me because I really can't see. If you hear my air conditioning or my smoke detector, just ignore it. The battery is dead. My father is gone out of town right now, and I mean the air conditioning is air conditioning that goes on and off, so I can't really control that. But let's hop right into it. I am priming with the e.l.f. Poreless Primer, and I recently started using this and I kind of like it. I feel like I've used better primers, but this one usually sets a pretty good base down. Okay, so I have some of the things that I want to talk about pulled up, about just some things that I learned in my teenage years, because as I said earlier, your girl is 20 today, so my teenage years are over, and I feel like I am qualified to be talking about how to help you get through your teenage years, because I did it successfully. So I'm gonna quickly do my eyebrows off camera because I've never tried to do my eyebrows on camera, and I just feel like this video is gonna be long and I might not do them that good if I do it on camera. So I'm gonna come back when my eyebrows are on and we'll start talking about the things that I learned when I was a teenager. Okay, I moved myself in so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. I couldn't decide between a purple or an orange look, so I'm gonna do both. So I'm kind of going for like a sunset vibe, but I don't know, I've never done this before, so we're just gonna see how it goes. I don't really know, but regardless it'll look good because I'm not gonna end the video without it making it look good. Even if I have to take my makeup all the way off, I'm going to make it look good. So I always do my eyes first. I just like doing my face later. I don't know why, but I like doing my eyes first, so that's what I'm about to do. I'm priming my lid with the Lorac Behind the Scenes eyelid primer, and I think this is just like the shade Nude. I don't know if this has shade names. I might be making that up, but it just looks like this. It's a little travel one because I got it for my birthday from Sephora, but I'm just gonna put that all over my lids and make sure it's like super blended in good, because you don't want to have any creases in your primer because then you're gonna have creases in your makeup. I'm just letting that sit for a while. I'm gonna start talking about the first topic while I start my eye and let this dry a little bit more. We will start off simple, easy, straight to the point. One of the first things and most important things that I learned when I was a teenager is that knowing yourself and loving yourself is so important. Just in everyday life, like knowing who you are and loving that person is gonna get you so far. Like been trying to like be like everybody else and trying to do what everybody else does, it's not ever gonna work, ever. This looks red. Like this really looks red. Okay, well, we already started, so we're just gonna keep going. And I'm just kind of packing and dragging this orange shade into my crease area so that we make sure that we get the most pigment out of this color. But back to what I was saying, as somebody who struggled with who they were for so long, you guys, in high school I was the biggest freaking copycat. Like I still did my own thing, but I was always trying to like look for other people's approval, and it's seriously the biggest waste of time doing that. Like when you're comfortable with who you are and you don't care about what anyone else is doing, that is like the best spot for you to be in, because nobody can touch you when you get to that point. Just like Lil Nas X said, can't nobody tell me nothing. They really can't. Like, period, point blank, they can't tell you anything because it's not going to affect you because you don't care what they think. Because anybody who knows themselves isn't going to be sitting around caring about what other people are talking about at all. Like, for any reason at all. They're just not. Maybe this color looks the exact same, but we're just gonna put it over top. It's helping it look more orange. Okay, good. Okay. But anyway, the second thing is purpose, because the next step after knowing yourself and knowing who you are is figuring out what your purpose is on this earth. Every single person was given a specific purpose on what they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to spend their lives on this earth. But the first step to that is knowing who you are, and that's why I say these things tie together, because you're not going to know one without the other. So that's two things that are like the most important things that I've learned as a teenager. I'm taking a lighter orange now and blending that out. By the way, this is like kind of a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. To film this, talk, and explain what I'm doing, like, I should have called this to get ready with me. The most important thing when you're doing makeup, especially your eyeshadow, is blending. Like, people don't understand. They don't get this concept, and it took me forever to understand that if you just take your time, like, your makeup is gonna come out bomb, period. Now I'm just very sloppily cutting this crease because it's not gonna matter, it's gonna blend together, but I just want something for the purple to stick to. You know, if you want like a more precise like cut crease, then, you know, take your time with this part, but I'm not really taking my time because this isn't a cut crease look. I need something for the purple to really be vibrant, you know? Yeah, that's canceled, period. Okay, the third thing I want to talk about is mental health and how important mental health really is. I know that, you know, the whole world's been on a mental health tip for the past year or so. But as somebody who has struggled with depression and anxiety for most of my teenage years, I can truly tell you that if you don't take your mental health serious, it will kick you in the literally. And if you don't understand that it all starts in your mind, you know, people take that wrong all the time, and they take it as me saying like that mental health and like depression and anxiety isn't real. And, you know, I'm not in anyone else's shoes. I could never tell someone else that what they're experiencing is not real, but I know for me, literally just changing the way that I think. And that sounds like impossible to do if you've never thought of it that way, because when this was introduced to me, I was just like denying it so hard. Like, you don't understand how I feel, you don't understand this, you don't understand that. And like, it's really facts though. Like, at the end of the day, if you have that negative mindset, it is going to go with you wherever you go. I had to start telling myself, like, you're not sad, that you just feel sad. And it's a tough thing to talk about, but by that same token, you have to be realistic with yourself and not connect those words like depression and anxiety and sadness with you as a person and you as a being. Like, your feelings are not you. Does that make sense? By the way, I'm adding pink to try to help blend this purple and orange. But yes, going back to what I was saying, you know, words hold power, and when you know, sit there and you keep speaking these things over yourself, like how are you ever gonna feel better if you keep confessing
that I'm depressed and I'm sad and I'm anxious and I just have the worst anxiety and I'm
just not, you know, it doesn't have to be like that. But what I started doing was I started writing affirmations on my wall. I just started writing I am, like, here, I'll read one. I am happy. I am not depressed. I do not have anxiety. I am in control of my emotions. I have peace. I do not worry. Stuff like that you confess to yourself every single day, because your mindset really makes the difference. But the more you start confessing that thing, the more it starts to become real. And that's the thing. If you're always saying I have anxiety and I have depression, that you're only making it become more real to you every single time that you say that. If you don't believe me, I just encourage you to just try it. I also started following things that put out positive messages. One of the best ones that helped me the most when I needed it the most was this Instagram called Speak Now, and I'll put the handle right here, and you guys have to follow it. This is one of the best affirmation accounts that I've ever seen. They have videos where they just speak into your life, and then there's ones where you repeat after them and you say the affirmations with them, and it is literally such a like just calming, and just makes you feel so much better about yourself. And when you start saying those things every single day, you really start to feel those things. And that's why I think that taking a hold of your mental health is important, and not just allowing yourself to just sit in it forever. The next thing I wanted to talk about is having a support system, having people that you can talk to that are always going to push you to go into the right direction. And I know this seems cliche, you know, in high school people are always like, you know, pick your friends wisely, but in high school I had a bunch of people as my friends who were literally leading me down the wrong path and literally taking me down an opposite direction of where I really wanted to go in my life. And it was like seriously so aggravating. Like, when I realized that I had been holding myself back just by the people I was choosing to surround myself with, like, dude, it's really crazy. Like, it's really ridiculous. You know, you can be like,
oh, I don't allow myself to get influenced by people and blah blah blah.
But the real truth is that anybody can be influenced by anything at any time, and that's just the truth. If you're not, and especially if you're not the one that's influencing them, then they're influencing you. There's no such thing as never being influenced at all. That's canceled. That's not real. That is a myth. If you're not pulling someone up with you, then they're literally dragging you down. And it may not seem like it right away, but it's the truth. And another thing that goes with having a support system is supporting other people. And while I'm sitting here talking, I would just like to plug a couple more of my friends who are just killing the game right now. An amazing artist, his name is AB. I'll put his Instagram right here. He is an amazing artist, and if you ever need a portrait of anything, whether it's for your friend or it's a gift or it's for you, go check him out. He is seriously an amazing artist. Another person who is just absolutely amazing, my friend Chabre. I'll put his Instagram right here. He is an amazing photographer. If you're in the Baton Rouge area or you live in Louisiana period, definitely book with him. He is amazing. He actually took my birthday pictures, which are on my Instagram right now, so go check them out. I feel like I'm gonna start plugging people in my videos more often because, like I said, if you want people to support you, you gotta support them. I'm sorry, I gotta swatch these purples so I can decide which one I'm gonna put on my eye. I think I like this one. My camera turned off. I don't know where it stopped, but what I'm doing now, I added a little bit of yellow out here to blend that orange out, and now I'm putting a shimmery purple over the dark purple that I had put down. And then after that, you already know the deal. We go back into the blending because we don't want to get sparkles all over our beautiful sunset, so we gotta blend it all back out. I think lashes are next because I think I'm pretty satisfied with this blend. I'm just gonna put these lashes on. I cannot talk when I put my lashes on, so we're just gonna have to. Oh, that felt so good. Lashes are on and popping. Now, I'm gonna show you another little trick that I like to do because Ari loves to get eyelash glue on her eyeshadow. So you take like a small little flat brush and you cover it up. And then after that, I also like to take a flatter brush and really pack on the shimmer shade that I use just so that we can get that maximum effect. Look, don't you just love how much more vibrant that is? Period. Go off, Ariana, with the blending. Period. Ugh. And then I just go in and do some little last minute a little in, and then usually after that, then we're good to go. My inner corner and my under eye comes after I do my face. But that's what we're getting ready to do. For foundation, we'll be using the Fenty Beauty, of course. I'm using this e.l.f. foundation blurring brush, and I have to be really honest with you, I really don't wear that much foundation. I feel like I tend to add more on after I put a little bit on, like if I have like problem areas and you can still see. But the way that my eyes are looking today, honey, we need a full coverage, so we're going in with a little bit more just on my cheeks where you can see my precious acne scars. So anyway, now that our foundation is on, I'm going with some concealer. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is the shade Honey. You know the drill. You twist that hoe and you put it on, period. I'm using that same brush to blend this in because I just find that blending it in with the same brush that your foundation you use just helps it all blend together nicely. I don't know. And maybe this is completely wrong, but this is what I do and it works fine. So if you have a problem with it, then you really need to go and get your life. Well, I think the last thing that I kind of want to touch on is that it's okay to be selfish with your time. I'm baking now, by the way, if you couldn't tell, but all this stuff kind of goes together. But being selfish with your time is really important in finding out who you are, because it takes time for you to be alone and just sit with yourself and be honest with yourself. And also, oh, banana powder definitely does not taste like bananas. Okay, I'm gonna contour now. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick. See, this is in the shade Chestnut, and I use this to contour my face. And back to what I was saying, I had to spend a lot of time by myself when I was trying to figure out who I am. And you know, I fell off with a lot of people on accident, but it was just like, during that time, I was just so sensitive about who I was spending my time with, because you cannot figure out what your identity is when you're around a bunch of people who don't care about you finding it. Eventually, I just fell off with people, and it went from us talking every day to us just checking up and seeing how each other were doing and then going back on with our lives, because it's very, very seriously important to understand when you have people in your life who don't have your best interest at heart.
I'm gonna quickly come in here and say that I know how that sounded, but what I mean is your best interest, like you, not what other people deem as what's best for you, but what you think is best for you.
when people are not prioritizing you or pushing you to be where you need to be, it's just kind of a waste of time to even spend time around them. And that sounds harsh, but it's like, you know, I can talk to you every now and then, but I can't allow everything you're saying to go into my mind and my thought life every single day. But at the end of the day, that's just what it is, because when you're seriously focused on becoming a better person and stepping into your purpose and living the way that you want to live, the people you put around you are really, really important. But yeah, I think that's one of the most important things. After finding out who I am, after discovering my purpose, knowing that the people I place myself around and the things that I allow into my mind, and that's the one that I still work on a lot, because I love Twitter, and everyone who knows Twitter knows that it's a bunch of foolishness at all times. You know, you can try to follow people who are talking about something, but there's always going to be some kind of foolishness popping up on your timeline. Like, somebody is going to retweet some foolishness onto your timeline. And it's really important to understand what you put into your mind can always distract you regardless of what it is. And so for me, I just don't, I'm sorry, I have to wipe this bake off before I look like flashback Mary. After I take my bake off, I like to take the matte mineralized skin finish and just go over my entire face, because sometimes my bake I look too light and I just need to like add some more color back into my face. But it's like, yeah, just being mindful of what you're putting into your stream of thoughts is very, very important. That's why I had to fall off with some people, because they're just not having the same conversations that I want to have. You know, I do, like, you know, try my best to not be distracted by things like Twitter and things like that, but you know, distraction gets the best of us sometimes, and I don't think that it's the worst thing in the world, but I oh, so this whole thing just shattered. That's crazy. I'm still gonna have a great day. You know what they say, when the devil works hard, God works harder, period. So I'm gonna go right into bronzing, and I use this little middle color in the Olivia Jade palette. I'm blushing next, so I've been using the Blushing in Bali palette by what is this, BH Cosmetics. I've been really into this palette recently because it has so many pretty colors in it. Also, this is 2019. If you don't blush your nose, what are you doing? It's literally so cute, and I don't care what anybody else says. I feel like I would love to do a pop of color in my lower lash line, but I just don't know what color, and I also don't want it to look ugly. What if I do blue? Okay, period.
So who's gonna tell her saying period isn't a personality trait?
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep that there, but I'm gonna blend like neutral tone browns out of it. Okay, now what do we want to use to make this inner corner pop? I was thinking silver. Wait, do we think that's gonna be cute? I mean, it can't hurt to try. I'm gonna use the silver out of the Bretman Rock palette because it's the best silver I've ever had, and we're just gonna pop that in. Yep, that was a winner, period. Guys, this is looking bomb. I just realized that I didn't contour my nose. No, I just do like a slight snatch because I actually kind of like my nose. I don't really like to do a lot to it because my nose is really, like, look at, ooh, period. I'm actually not going to use a gold toned highlighter today because I put silver in my inner corner and I don't want to throw off the look. I'm going to use a pink toned highlighter from the Olivia Jade palette in this fan brush from Morphe. I use my finger for right here, and I do like right in the inside, and then I take it down my bridge, but just a little bit, not all the way down. And then I just use this to make it not look so sparkly. I can't believe we've made it to this stage, but I believe that lips are next, and my camera's about to die. So I'm gonna quickly do my lips. I'm using the NYX lip pencil. Okay, my camera died. The only thing I've done since then is put on lip liner and lip gloss. I was using, I don't even know where the one I was using is now. It was a NYX lip liner in the color Nutmeg, and then I used the Laura Geller color. I'm trying to rush so that I can get done with this. The Laura Geller Color Luster Lip Gloss. And I don't know if this is a shade, but it's this little iridescent looking one that's mostly clear. But my camera is about to die, so if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you want to see next. I hope you guys like my little birthday beat. But yes, see you guys later in another mother freaking video. Oh.